On today's Smart 7, Syrian rebels storm Damascus, storm Dara batters Britain, and lots more. It's Monday, 9th of December, it's Postal Workers' Day, and happy birthday, Dame Judi Dench.
The Smart 7. It's news, but
Not the news. Early on Sunday morning, Syrian rebels stormed Damascus and declared the country free from more than half a century of al-Assad family rule. Led by opposition group Hayat Tahrir al-Sham, the rebels were met with celebrations as they entered the capital, following a stunning 2-week offensive which saw them capture several key cities on their way to Damascus. Here's their announcement on Syrian state TV on Sunday morning.
With God's help, the city of Damascus has been liberated and the tyrant Bashar al-Assad has fallen.
Bashar al-Assad, the country's former president, reportedly fled Damascus on Sunday and is thought to be hiding out in Moscow, where he's been granted asylum. Meanwhile, Syrian PM Mohammed Ghazi al-Jalali says he's ready for a peaceful transfer of power.
This country can be a normal country, but we'll leave this matter to any new leadership that will be chosen by the Syrian people. And we're ready to cooperate with any new leadership and facilitate what they need so that various government departments can be transferred smoothly.
The weekend saw world leaders react to the news, including Joe Biden and Sir Keir Starmer, welcoming the regime's collapse. But Israeli PM Benjamin Netanyahu was quick to take credit.
This is an historic day in the history of the Middle East. The Assad regime fell as a direct result of the blows we inflicted on Iran and Hezbollah, the main supporters of the Assad regime.
US President-elect Donald Trump doesn't take office for another month, but he's already got big plans. In an NBC interview on Sunday, he announced proposals to extend his first-term tax cuts, pardon some January 6th convicts, and end birthright citizenship, although he claims he's open to working with Democrats to protect so-called dreamers. He also squeezed in a trip to France this weekend for the reopening of Notre Dame, where he received a warm welcome from French President Macron.
It's a great honor for French people to welcome you 5 years later, and I remember the solidarity and your immediate reaction. So, welcome back again.
It's Trump's first international trip since November's election. While there, he held a 35-minute meeting with Ukrainian President Zelensky about ending the war, but judging by his comments in the NBC interview, it doesn't seem Zelensky made much headway.
Should Ukraine prepare for less aid from the United States after you're sworn into office?
Yeah, probably. Sure.
Deputy PM and Housing Secretary Angela Rayner has unveiled new planning reforms as the government doubles down on its goal to build 1.5 million homes by 2029. The changes would allow planning applications that meet local and national standards to skip council committees in an attempt to tackle the backlog. Angela's also hinted at rolling back some environmental protections, claiming previous governments have prioritised wildlife over housing. She says people's needs should come before the safety of newts and other protected animals.
We can't have a situation where a newt's more protected than people who desperately need housing. What we need is a process which says protect the nature and wildlife, but not at the expense of us building the houses.
Okay.
We could do both.
Storm Dara wreaked havoc across the UK this weekend, with gusts reaching up to 90 miles per hour in some parts of England. A rare red weather warning was issued on Friday for around 3 million people in southwest England and Wales, as more than 170,000 homes were left without power and 2 men were killed after trees fell on their vehicles. Climate Change Committee CEO Emma Pinchbeck warns this could become the norm if we don't step up our preparations.
It is very clear that both if we don't tackle climate change internationally, these impacts will get worse over our lifetimes, but also that if we don't invest in the economy, even as it is today, that there will be risks. We should be acting now to tackle them.
Still to come on the Smart 7. Victory for McLaren in Abu Dhabi, and we've a new king of the jungle right after this. Welcome back. Sunday was a busy day with Premier League and Formula One action. Chelsea are up to second in the table after a dramatic 4-3 victory over Spurs, which saw them fight back from 2 goals down. But it was a letdown for Arsenal, who drew 1-1 with Fulham at Craven Cottage on Sunday. Meanwhile, McLaren clinched their first Constructors' Championship in 26 years after Lando Norris edged out Ferrari's Carlos Sainz to win the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. Sainz's teammate Charles Leclerc rounded out the final podium of the season in third. Reigning world champion Max Verstappen had a disappointing race, finishing P6 after a first-lap collision with McLaren's Oscar Piastri earned him a 10-second time penalty. Despite Piastri finishing down in 10th, Lando Norris was able to secure victory for McLaren, calling it the perfect end to the season.
It feels incredible, not for myself, but for the whole team. The team have done an amazing job this year to come from where we were at the beginning. I'm so proud of everyone. It's been a lovely journey, and to end the season like this is perfect.
After weeks of grueling challenges, campfire drama and questionable meals, the I'm a Celebrity final finally happened. Dancer Otti Mabuse was the last person to be eliminated by public vote on Saturday, leaving Danny Jones, Colleen Rooney and Reverend Richard Coles battle it out one final time to be declared King or Queen of the Jungle. But there could only be one winner, and this is how it was revealed.
The winner of I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here 2024. And the new King of the Jungle is Danny!
After thrilling us with Doctor Strange and Sinister, Scott Derrickson is back with a brand new show, The Gorge. Starring Miles Teller and Anya Taylor-Joy, the series follows two operatives stationed at towers on opposite sides of a vast gorge, guarding against a mysterious evil. Their orders? No communication. But as the danger grows, they find ways to connect and join forces to save humanity. It streams February 14th on Apple TV, so mark your calendars because this is the Valentine's Day plan you didn't know you needed.
What's that on the other side?
That is East Tower. Contact with the other side is strictly forbidden.
So what's the mission? To keep people from going in the gorge?
No. You need to stop what's in the gorge from coming out.
What the hell is that?
The gorge is the door to hell. And we're standing guard at the gate.
You've been listening to The Smart 7. We'll be back tomorrow at 7 a.m. Hit that follow button and have a great day. Give us 7 minutes, we'll give you the world.